I was born in East Tennessee, up in the mountains, or foothills of the mountains actually. A family that cured their own bacons and hams and sausages. Grandfather made sausages. We killed a steer every year and butchered that for the family. And that's one of my fondest memories, was going to the smokehouse and slicing off a piece of bacon, bringing in ham, and smelling all the salt, peppers, and the smoke coming in. Learned how to cook a little bit from my grandmother. She cooked for 8 farm hands for about 40 years, breakfast and dinner. So always plenty of food in the house. I think the first thing that really turned me on to the restaurants was when I moved into a real restaurant. I was working with Marilyn Harrison, who was the first real chef that I met, and the way the entire restaurant worked, from the kitchen where every plate hit the window every 30 seconds, and how it was just chaotic in the kitchen and just almost to the point of breaking, but not quite there. That's what turned me on to this kind of business. We've been mentioned in the New York Times as a destination spot here in Baltimore, and we've been listed in Baltimore Magazine's best restaurants for several years in a row. And Esquire magazine has voted us out of one of the top 50 bars in the country, and ours is obviously here in Baltimore. To make the steak frites, we use a culotte steak, which in the United States is called the top sirloin flat steak. This is a 12-ounce cut of meat. Each one's slightly different because of the size of the animal and the shape of the meat itself. It has a texture of a New York strip, lean like a tenderloin, but it has a lot more flavor than a tenderloin in it. The sauce is made from a reduction of shallots and red wine with a cornstarch slurry. And when we do this, you want to stir constantly and just let it drizzle in. The second sauce that we use is a Brewer, which is garlic, saffron, and both that's poached in white wine. And to this we're going to add eggs and then emulsify that to make a mayonnaise type sauce. Hey Joel, will you put me some fries in that fry basket, please? When you grill the steak, you want to coat it in a light oil such as corn oil, canola oil, or a light olive oil. This particular cut is really good, rare, medium rare, and I wouldn't go much over medium. And to finish the steak, place it on a sizzle plate and then into a hot oven. Okay, now our French fries are done. I've got a mixture of rosemary, garlic, and salt and pepper, and toss them in. Put this on the plate with our piece of beef and with our red wine and shallot sauce. Garnish with wild watercress. Has a nice peppery flavor to it. And then we just drizzle the Brewer over the watercress and the steak to give a contrast and to give it that extra spice. That is the Brewer's Art steak frites. This is the first microbrew in North America dedicated to the Belgium style ales. And then our food is a low country brasserie type cuisine. There has been a trend in the past where people have tried to make food much too complicated than what it needs to be. With steak frites, you've got basically 4 major flavors coming together and giving you a very enjoyable meal. And then the rest is just a comfortable setting and providing a hospitable service. And that's basically my philosophy on food. I need to get this door real quick.